Okay, what is up? What is up? What is up? This is
Um,
my first live stream with this new microphone I'm using, and then on top of that, it's my first live stream in 2025. Also, please forgive me. I had visuals, I had a presentation, I had everything ready to freaking go. And then StreamYard wants me to pay to pull it up on the screen. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, now I gotta pay $45 a month for StreamYard just to have a decent live stream. So I don't know if I'm gonna do more lives like this. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna structure my channel. Hey, if you're new here, by the way, my name is Snow. Okay. I am a commentary channel, baby. Get into it. I just like to come on here and pop it, talk about whatever's on my mind, whatever I seen on the internet, whatever's getting on my nerves, all of that. So if you just want to sit here and listen to a black girl with ADHD ramble for a bit, come on over, subscribe, like the video, enjoy. So back to what I was saying. Because now I'm irritated as hell. Like, why does StreamYard want me to pay $45 for this? $40? Bro. But it's okay because we're still going to go through it. We're still going to go through what I had intentions on going through, which is the top 10 baddie disappointments of all time. I am actually kind of annoyed right now because it's not. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm going to have to cancel this. Because I was about to. Oh my God. I have a comment. Hi. I'm going to have to, like. It didn't. When I look on YouTube on my phone, it's not even pulling it up under the thumbnail video that I already had set. I'm so annoyed. Oh my God. I'm going to have to fix it on the back end later, y'all. But that's neither here nor there. I'm happy that somebody actually commented. Thank you. Um, but yeah. So, what is up? What is up? Let me pull up my list because, baby, we're about to get into it. This is going to be a very casual live, y'all. Y'all got to let me get back into the swing of it. I will be doing it consistently, though. Not sure if it's going to be live on StreamYard because I'm not effing with how it's playing with me right now. But regardless, I will be here regularly because I just want to come pop it. Like, I just want to come talk about it. I'm even finna talk about the Baddies Africa cast, but I think I might have to do that in a different video once I figure out how the F to work this. What's up, Nathan? What's up, Alec? How are y'all doing? Um, y'all, y'all gotta bear with me, okay? I don't know how to work StreamYard for real, for real. The only time I be on here is when I'm hopping in somebody else's live. So as a host, it's my first time. Give me a second. Be patient with me, okay? Okay. So my favorite bitch is here. Hey Maya. Okay, y'all. I got a whole list. I was on here typing all day. Like I was working and typing, working and typing. I did end up writing a script, but I'm not gonna stick to it because y'all know I'm a girl with ADHD, baby. I'm not gonna stick to the script. I'm not gonna stick to the script, but it's okay because I'm gonna still say what I want to say, and I'm gonna make sure I get all my points across. So, y'all, to the topic today is gonna be the top 10 biggest disappointments in baddie history. I am looking at all 6 seasons. I'm picking out the 10 girls that I think were the biggest disappointments. Like the girls that I expected to really come in and shake shit up, but didn't do it. Didn't leave a mark, didn't do anything. So we're going to go from least disappointing all the way to most disappointing. And I'm going to start with my honorable mentions, which are, man, I wish I could pull up my presentation, y'all. I sat here and did a whole presentation with pictures, videos, everything. I'm so upset. I am really upset. But anyways, girl, stick for the list. Stick for the list. We get it. We gonna get there. Let me start off with my two honorable mentions since they're not in actual order. So the first honorable mention is Bree from Baddies South and BGC 17. Um, Hold on, y'all. Somebody just pulled up outside my crib while I'm out here doing this. Oh, okay. Anyways, yeah, my first honorable mention is Bree from Baddie South and BGC 17. I know y'all remember. I don't know how many people watch Baddie South, but I know y'all remember like Ann Moore checking her the literally as soon as they were on the damn bus to the first house. Like Ann literally asked her in front of everybody, "Oh, I heard, mind you." Ann Moore is an OnlyFans girl, so that should have already been like your little hint to not take nothing that she say seriously because like she's a clout monster. She is the original Diamond the Body, just not as fun. She's not as fun as Diamond. Um, but she is a clout monster like Diamond is. So yeah, Bree let Ann punk her. That was my biggest problem. She let Ann punk her, and then after that little like fake ass squabble that they had in the grass, where literally nobody won, but the grass. After that, it's like Bree was barely even there. Now we can give homegirl credit for Batty Batty shot a clock. Yes, she hurt me too, Nathan, and I'm not gonna lie, she hurt me because I was a Bree fan. Like her and Seven, those were like my two favorites from BGC 17. Like I still love Seven. Seven will never do me wrong. Her and JLo will always be like favorite top tier bad girls for me. Um, but it's literally like Brie completely disappeared when after her and Ann fought. It's like she completely disappeared. She left no mark on the show, and I don't know, y'all. I wasn't feeling it. I feel like Brie, if I wouldn't have like went back and watched clips of each of these girls, I would have forgot Brie was on South. I promise you. Um. So, okay, y'all. So my other honorable mention, which somebody might get tight with me about, is Persuasion, who's also from Betty South. Is Persuasion, and y'all already know what I'm finna say. Y'all already know what I'm finna say. Not only did was it end of episode one? Yeah, I think it was end of episode one. She got washed up in the sink, which is crazy because you got washed up in the sink by a bitch you called dirty. Like I cannot get over that, bro. It was so funny. I don't like Krishan, but baby, I still laugh when I think about her saying, "Did I clean you up? Did I clean you up?" Dog, I was in here hollering. Krishan was funny. Like Betty South was Krishan's prime. I'm so sick. But yeah, y'all. Bree, Persuasion, those are the honorable mentions. Let's just let me get back on Sway for a second. After Sway and Krishan, I thought she was gonna play into the background. She looked like she was over it and pissed off because of what happened with Krishan. Now, granted, I don't think anybody knew that Krishan was gonna act like that outside of Roly, which is why Roly instigated it. But yeah. Okay, Maya, it's not that she was that girl to me. I think that I was expecting more of her when she came on BGC because Sway on social media, she was giving grown woman, like, I'm a mother now, I'm not on that rah rah shit, whatever. Like, I just did not, I wanted her to come in with not BGC Sway energy, but like, a more mature, like, vibe. Like, Sway just didn't get mature to me because she immediately came into the house trying to. I'm not gonna say she was trying to bully Krishan, which is what everybody tries to make it seem like. No, I don't believe she was trying to bully her. Was she trying to pick at her? Yes, she was trying to pick at her because how many times are you gonna tell her that she's dirty, or how many times are you gonna insinuate that she's dirty? Like in a minute, bitch, you about to piss me off if we're gonna be funny. But she just didn't give to me on Batty South. Literally after her most memorable moment is getting washed in the sink by Krishan. Literally. Tell me, somebody put in the comments another memorable moment from Sway on Baddie South. I'll wait. I'm looking at the comments too. Oh, okay. Nothing. Nothing. That girl left no mark. The only videos that get replayed with Sway in it from Baddie South is either her popping up out of that casket in the club. I think that was Charlotte. She was in my city when she did that. I think it was either her popping out the casket at that club or Krishan washing her up in the sink. So, since she didn't leave a mark on Baddies, I'm not going to chat about her too long. Let's go on to my actual list. Okay? Y'all might gag, y'all might cuss me out a little bit. Not her bad BBL. I hate. She's getting better. She's in the gym actually working out. She's actually in the gym working out. She's gonna be able to say her legs match in another like year or so. Maybe another two. But anyways. Okay. So before I start this before I start my actual list, I want to go through the 4 points basically that I'm gonna be going through for each of the baddies. So the first one, I'm gonna talk about like why they had potential, where they went wrong, either in one season or whatever seasons they were on, their most embarrassing moment, and then my final verdict on their overall appearance on the show and the mark that they left. So, if y'all ready for some tea and maybe a little bit of reading, because I'm definitely finna read these hoes, then sit back, stay tuned. So, number 10, which I wish I had the visuals, y'all. This would have looked so good with my presentation, bro. It's okay. I'll figure it out. No, but okay, so number 10 is Mariah Lynn. And full disclosure, I was a Mariah Lynn fan. Like before Baddies, Love and Hip Hop Mariah Lynn. Oh, I loved her so much. I loved that little spicy white girl when she was on Love and Hip Hop. She was one of my faves. The trio of her, Cardi, and Bianca will forever be fantastic. But yeah, so Mariah Lynn had potential because she came in with a reality resume already. She came in with a fan base. She came in with, as she says, international gold selling artist. Okay, so she already had name recognition and music recognition, and her mouth was big as hell. It could rival a megaphone. Okay, her mouth was really that big. Now Mariah was cocky. Yes, she was very arrogant. Sometimes to me, she gave off the vibe that she was better than some of the other girls. Like when she first came on Baddies East, y'all remember Baddies East when they had that House A, House B bullshit going on? And Natalie was basically being elitist, like let's just call a spade a spade. Natalie was being elitist, which is why she was always like, oh, we're the private jet girls. Y'all are the bus girls. So yeah, back when Natalie was on her segregation ish, Mariah definitely gave the vibe that she was better than the other girls up until everybody in House A started ganging up on her, and then nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. She immediately ran to House B talking about I belong over here. Like, girl, boo bye. Um, so where she went wrong at, I mean, Mariah went wrong a couple of places. Let's not forget she was on 2 seasons. She was on Baddies East and on Baddies Caribbean. So in Baddies East, I feel like she went wrong. She drug out that smiley shit too far. And she drug the smiley shit out too long. Like after a certain point, it's irritating to talk about. Like once you got your chain back, what is we still talking about? Mariah also went wrong being fake as hell to everybody on the cast. Let's talk about it because literally so much stuff came out about how fake Mariah is behind the scenes. Bianca pulled up text messages showing how Mariah told her before, literally right before Bianca got there, that she didn't know if she was gonna have to fight Sapphire or not. while Mariah was also simultaneously telling Sapphire that they didn't have no smoke. So, bitch, which one is it? Because if my friend come in popping on an issue, whether we cool or not, baby, I'm standing behind my friend because that's been my actual friend for years. But that's just me. Maybe I'm different. But Mariah's biggest downfall was her being fake. Her being fake and then her not being able to back it up. Now, correct me if I am incorrect. And I could totally be delusional because I watched Love and Hip Hop as a teenager. But I don't know why I thought Mariah Lynn could fight on Love and Hip Hop. Maybe it's not that I thought she could necessarily fight well. It's just that security always got in between them right before I felt like she was about to really do somebody in. Like, y'all remember that time when she jumped across that table on Dream Doll after Dream Doll said something about her mother? That is the Mariah Lynn I was looking for. That's the Mariah Lynn I was looking for. And she did not give that at all. Okay? Then another reason why Mariah's time on Baddies did not pan out is because Mariah literally would throw rocks and then hide behind Tasiki. Tasiki is not your bodyguard, girl. And then for you to keep jumping into Tasiki's shit every time, she sure enough did not pop for you. Outside of Bad versus Wild, which I know nobody brings up. Tasiki definitely jumped in for Mariah on Bad versus Wild, but on Baddies? Oh no, absolutely not. Not at all. So Mariah's most embarrassing moment has to be a tie. It's either when she got her ass whooped in that grass by Asian because that ass whooping went on forever. It went on forever. Um, or it's either when Asian doll blacked her eye in the grass, or it's when Bianca split that shit open at the reunion. It's got to be one of the two, but it both comes back to that eye. That right eye is not good. Is it her right or her left? One of them, baby. Either way, that eye is always a problem. And Bianca splitting her eye open after just like doing a whole monologue about how they weren't friends and they became back friends because of Cardi and all this grimy stuff that Mariah did to her. That shit was crazy. It was just crazy. Mariah, I really wanted more from her. I wanted more of her. And the corny confessionals also did not help either, my love. Mariah, I do hope you see this because I need you to understand that I'm not gonna say we. I was about to speak for the fans, but I'm gonna say me. I wouldn't have minded you coming back for Baddies Africa as long as you would have tapped Summer every chance you got. But that's neither here nor there because the cast came out and she ain't on it. But yeah, my final verdict for Mariah Lynn is that she came in with all the arrogance in the world, but she couldn't even back it up. She was overhyped because of her love and hip hop history. And I feel like Baddies Caribbean, which was her worst season in my opinion, it completely sealed her fate as one of the corniest girls on TV. And it sucks that she wasn't even a little bit likable before she completely left the show. So that's why she's my number 10. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Number 9. Ooh, I'm finna ruffle some feathers with this, but I don't care because she is at the bottom. Like, she's at the bottom. She's not at the top. Remember, we're going from least disappointing to most disappointing. So, number 9 is Big Lex from Baddies Midwest. And no, I don't care who feels a way about it because I said what I said. So, we got Big Lex, not the little one, but honestly, she could have been the little one. Why did you basically steal Big Leg's name? You just had to add something at the end of it so people don't confuse you with the real Big Lex, okay? The Carolina princess, even though she went out sad. That's the Big Lex I was thinking of. No, but Big Lex, she all right, y'all. Let me tell y'all. Hi Jasmine. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right, y'all, let's get into Big Legs. So Big Legs, mm, what do I'm trying to figure out how I want to go. All right, y'all. So Big Legs could have stayed small because her presence on Baddies really has not been giving to me. And I'm going to tell you why. And if you disagree, that is perfectly fine. Just don't get nasty in the comments. Thank you so much. Um, I'm going to get down into my 4 points in a minute. But I just want to start off by saying when I saw Big Lex on the cast, I really thought I was going to like her. I really thought like, oh, she's pretty, she's college educated, and she's an athlete. She's about to come in here and chew all of you hoes. I was so excited for her, especially because she went to Shaw, which is in my state. So I was really, really happy to see her. And I just thought she was going to bring something different to Baddies. And no, she disappointed me. Mind y'all, I don't watch the auditions. Like, the Baddies Africa auditions are the first auditions I've watched in a good minute. Because I haven't watched the auditions since, I think, Baddies East auditions, maybe. So I didn't see Big Lex on the auditions. I didn't have any prior knowledge of her until the cast came out. But when I saw her and I went to her Instagram, I expected her to come in and really be one of the ones. So that's basically why she had, like, my first point, why she had potential. On paper, she really could have been that girl. Like, and I'm not saying she's not that girl, but to me, this season, subpar. I hope she does better in Africa. Like, honestly, because this season was not, I know everybody's first season is kind of like hit or miss. It's not the same, but my God, she she did not have a storyline of her own. Y'all want me to keep it real? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say because somebody has to say it. She couldn't keep a storyline. Like, her and Ivory getting into it, that was cool because them bitches fight like damn near men. Okay, both of them, they was hitting hard as hell. You could hear it. But if Big Lex wasn't fighting Ivory or riding on Summer's witch broom, give me a memorable moment that she had. Give me a funny confessional that actually made you laugh. Give me something. Tell me something. I I just can't, like, her and Ivory fighting. I was with that because when Ivory came into the show, I did not like Ivory because of the young and reckless stuff. When she came in, let me be clear, Ivory kind of made me a fan, but we're not talking about her. I think that Big Lex, had she came in, done what she did with Ivory, and then try to maneuver into showing maybe more of her personality outside of fighting, because the confessionals were giving corny and the outfits were giving plain Jane. And please don't think that I'm saying she can't dress, because I never said that her outfits were tacky like her friend Summer, because Summer looked a mess this whole goddamn season. I don't care who she was borrowing stuff from, she looked a mess. But Big Lex, she just gives, her outfits were giving plain Jane. That's what I have to say. She still looked cute. Don't get me wrong, you can look cute in a plain outfit, but it's still a plain outfit. And okay, so let's get, yes, Jasmine, thank you. Her, I just be, it's like, girl, I want to like you so bad. It's like her and Scotty are like the same in my mind, because it's like I want to like you, but I cannot like Big Lex as long as she aligns with Summer. I cannot. As long as she aligns herself with Summer and also doesn't call Summer out on her bull, she don't be calling Summer out on her bullshit, but will literally call out everybody else for the exact same thing Summer should have been called out for. Don't understand it, but okay. So, to my next point, which is where she went wrong, Lex wanted to be the moral compass of the show. I don't know why, because majority of the bitches on Baddies don't have any morals. But Big Lex wanted to be the moral compass of the show, which is why she came in. And Nathan, I don't really care if that's her friend. I cut myself off in the middle of a sentence because I saw your comment pop up. But I don't care if that's her friend, because if you're a real bitch, you're gonna tell your friend when she's dead ass wrong. I tell my friends when they're wrong all the time, and we don't get into it because of that. Now, when you are dealing with an immature person like Summer, yeah, she's probably gonna stop being cool with you for that, or she's probably gonna try to fight you. I mean, it could be one of the two, but you should still be able to tell her when she is wrong. And Summer be wrong a lot. But anyways, back to my point of where she went wrong. She went wrong in a couple of places. So first, coming in and picking a fight with Jayla over something that you weren't even here for. You wasn't even here for. Y'all love to say she stands on business. She stands on business. But whose business is she standing on? Because last time I checked, you weren't here for Gretchen. And you weren't here for the nigga scandal. So why are you talking about it? And how can I bully a Caucasian Latina? Because let me be clear. She is a white Latina. And I'm going to keep saying it. Gretchen is not black, which means she shouldn't be saying the N-word. I don't care how many niggas she around that let her say it. She better know which niggas is the right niggas to say nigga to. Okay? All right. So, because Gretchen was in the wrong, mind you, Big Lex got on live after the season was already filmed and doubled down on defending Gretchen, talking about she can say it because she's Puerto Rican. Okay, and she's still a white Puerto Rican. That is the point. She is white. Because if we're saying slurs, then we're gonna say everybody slurs. If we're not saying everybody slurs, then we're not gonna say nigga. So, Big Lex defending that Skeletor looking white woman, number one. Number two is what I said before, her aligning herself with Summer. Why would you align yourself with Summer? Like, I'm sorry, maybe I'm of the minority here, but I never thought Summer was entertaining. Never. Not even episode one. Was she in episode one? Whichever one. Because I know episodes 1 and 2 were basically focused on Krishan and Tasiki. So whichever episode she popped up at, okay, I didn't like her. She was irritating as fuck. I cannot stand a bitch who don't know how to shut up. I can't. I can't. It will physically make me put my hands on you because I will get so overstimulated from you talking. I cannot stand it. That's why I don't like Summer. Because she is just like a walking overstimulation. Oh my God. It is insane. So aligning herself with Summer wasn't also a bad choice. Bad Dolly is kind of iffy for me because out of the three, I like Bad Dolly the most. Was you saying something? Um, I like Bad Dolly the most out of her friend group. So I'm not really mad that she's cool with Dolly. I'm more mad that she's cool with Summer and simultaneously does not call Summer out. Like, it's like she became fucking Helen Keller when she was around Summer. It's like, I don't see it, I don't hear it, I can't find it, it don't exist to me. Like, I can't. So, next tier, most embarrassing moment. Now, with Lex, it's a little bit different because, my bad if y'all can hear the train, by the way, I am outside enjoying, like, the air. But, um, I don't think she had, like, one singular embarrassing moment. I just feel like her entire run on the show was lackluster. Like, don't get me wrong. Her and Ivory's fights were some of the best fights we had this entire season, maybe on the entire show. There were some good ass fades, but that's not enough for me. Not for me. It could be enough for y'all. It's not enough for me. I still think she's disappointing because Ivory gave her a storyline on a platter, and so did Jayla. So if I was Big Lex, I would say thank you, Jayla, and thank you, Ivory. And if they keep going at it in Baddies Africa, I will scream. I will literally scream. Um, let me see. Okay, so my final verdict for Big Lex is she came in trying to make a statement, but all she did was flop in 4K. She spent hella time pressed about Jayla, and who Jayla was fighting while she was standing next to Summer, who is a complete walking contradiction. She loves to scream about standing on business, but she only pulled out a rule book when it benefited her and her friends. Y'all want to talk about jumping and sneaking and all of this, but did Big Lex even say anything about Summer sneaking Slim? No, not at all. Now, Anna didn't get snuck considering they were face to face both times that altercations happened. But she snuck Slim from the side and nobody said anything except for Rolly and Nunu. Rolly, who also snuck Slim that same night. Like, are we being for real here? So number 9 is the perfect spot for Big Lex because she had a Dollar Tree villain arc, okay, and she was a part of the great value brand of Powerpuff Girls. And I said what I said. Next, we're going to number 8. And my sister was kind of hot with me for this one, but it is what it is because number 8 is Low London from Baddies West. And y'all know I love Lo. Like, I really do love her down because she's a real pretty Southern girl. But Miss Alabama's finest, why did you flop the way you did on Baddies West? Because Lo came in looking good, and that's what she gave the whole time was looks. Because I got nothing else from her the entire season. After Krishan left them 4 knots on her head, and I believe wholeheartedly that Lo got her lick back. I'm not gonna lie. I believe that she got it back. I just believe the cameras wasn't up because they did not want Krishan to be seen getting dragged. Or whatever Lo did. Because I don't know if it was a dragging. I don't know if it was a cool 1-2 piece. I don't know what it was. But I believe that Lo got her lick back. I don't think she just let that Krishan shit slide after she couldn't get her lick back the first time. So it's a little bit weird to me because I love Lo, but she didn't give me much to work with. She came in trying to set the tone and hold people accountable and bring some grown woman energy, which is what I loved her and Kat for. Like, at the bare minimum, they were there to just give it a more grown woman vibe. And I was here for that. But I don't know. I don't think she knew who Krishan was because I feel like if she knew, she probably wouldn't have said anything to Krishan about being late because she just wouldn't even want to deal with the issue that is Krishan Rock, which was her downfall. So, why she had potential? Lo is from BGC. She already had a built in fan base who genuinely loved her. Like, I loved Lo. And she had the perfect setup to be the mature baddie. The one who could keep it classy, but keep it real with you. And she can definitely throw hands if she need to. Or at least I thought she could. Now, people like to debate about Lo's fighting skills on BGC. And I'm not one to argue. I feel like some of her and Jada's fights were a little bit too close to call on her season, but Lo did come out with that W consistently. So I mean, it is what it is. Also, I don't think Jada can fight. I just think Jada's like Mariah Lynn. So I think Jada was Mariah Lynn before Mariah Lynn was Mariah Lynn. But anyways, long story short, I didn't think Lo would get washed the way she did. And you know what's crazy is Krishan nodding Lo up and washing Sway in the sink were both like peak moments in the trailer that people kept going back to. And it's so crazy because it's like, damn, Krishan really gave us some great television. God, why did she have to throw it down the toilet? Ugh, she makes me so sick. But, anyways, Lo is cute. Lo is supposed to be mature. And, we. She did serve looks, though. If I'm gonna say anything negative, then I'm gonna throw in some positive. And Lo looked damn good all season. And her song was really lit. I was looking for it on Apple Music when I heard it on Baddies. I still can't find that song. I went to go look for it again. Still can't find it on Apple Music. It's so annoying. I hate when I hear a good song and I can't download it. Pissing me off. Why don't y'all put y'all music on Apple Music? I don't use Spotify. Dang. Anyways, where Lo went wrong, y'all already know where she went wrong. I feel like she shouldn't have said anything to Krishan about Krishan being late because A, you're not HR girly, and B, I don't think you know who you're talking to. I don't think you understand because Krishan's not all the way there and she don't know how to talk. She literally said in her confessional, she was like, I don't want to do all that conversating or something like that. And I'm like, oh God, the word is converse. And I already know Krishan don't want to be doing too much talking. I get it. I just feel like everybody else knew what was going on in the room except for Lo, and that's not a good feeling at all. And then what's crazy is after the Krishan thing and they made up or whatever, it's kind of like she faded into the background a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was always looking for her outfits because I wanted to see what she had on because Lo is dressing down. Okay. She was eating the girls up. But also, at the same time, I just feel like after the Krishan shit, she faded into the background just like Brie did. Like, just like so many other people. Like, you get one confrontation and it, like, knocks the wind out of you and you play the background the rest of the season. So my final verdict for Lo is that she had all the tools to be a standout cast member, but after that fight, she treated the show like she was on a paid vacation. And that's the season that they went to St. Croix after the Tommy and Stunner Girl big brawl at the club that ended in pew pew shots. So yeah, like, and she served on St. Croix too, okay? Lo was here for the vacation and I'm not 100% mad at it. I'm just disappointed because I wanted more from you. But I be having to remind myself these are grown women now. Like, I mean, they were grown when they were on BGC, but it's like they're grown now, like 30 plus grown, 25 plus grown. But yeah, so number seven, I'm gonna try to work through this list a little bit quicker, y'all, because I know I'm rambling a lot, but I'm just here to chat and shoot the shit with y'all. All right, y'all. Number seven is Bianca Bonney from Baddies Caribbean, who I was also a huge fan of. Now, I'm not gonna say huge because that makes it sound like I was a stan, but let me just say that Bianca was like one of my favorites from Love and Hip Hop New York. I loved her and her blue wigs. Love her down. I don't, and y'all gonna make, I still kind of love her. Not, it has nothing to do with Baddies. I have to even like erase the fact that she did Baddies out of my memory so that I can continue to like her. Because I just feel like Baddies ruined her for me. But Miss Bianca Bonney, Young B, aka Chicken Noodle Soup, aka I thought she had hands a couple years ago, because what? I had such high hopes for her when I saw her on the cast. I was so excited because I was like, oh, we getting her and Mariah. Oh, this is about to be litty. This is about to be lit because they were so good together on Love and Hip Hop. Like, mind you, at this point, I'm not remembering that they used to have beef. I remember the beef now after like going back and reminding myself about it. But they, like, Bianca and Mariah used to really go at it. Like, they used to have like rap battles on Instagram Live and everything. Like, they really said some shit about each other that I didn't think you could really come back from. Like, if a bitch said some of that shit about me, we would never be friends again. We would never be friends again. But that's just me. But yeah, Bianca was always a little firecracker on Love and Hip Hop. She had the attitude, she had the Harlem, New York energy, and she was always ready to throw her hands. And I just knew that she was going to come in and shake it up with her bitch, because that would have been me. Like, if me and my bitch going on a show together, oh yeah, we finna turn it up. We finna be a problem. But unfortunately, Bianca came in with the wrong friend, and that was ultimately her downfall. So let's get into it. Y'all already know she had potential because she also had a built in fan base from Love and Hip Hop. And also, what is with like all of these VH1 former cast members coming on Zeus? That's weird. And then literally everybody that was on VH1 and then on Zeus says that Zeus pays better. That's really what's tripping me up. Zeus paying better than VH1, which is actual network television. Crazy. Crazy work. But anyways, she already had a built-in fan base. She had like that New York, and we know her song Chicken Noodle Soup. Well, I do. Some of y'all might be a little bit too young for Chicken Noodle Soup, but I remember playing Chicken Noodle Soup on my MP3 player after I downloaded the song on LimeWire. And I was at the Boys and Girls Club cutting up with my friends in like 6th or 7th grade. I don't know about y'all, but I'm 29, by the way. If you're new here, I'm 29 years old and I graduated high school in 2014, which was 10 years ago. But, anyways, um, yeah, I think that when she came into the show, she should have had a built-in alliance with Mariah. She should have had like that already solid place there. But it turns out Mariah was really her biggest op. And I hope they never become friends again after this. Like, never. Do not ever become friends again. Y'all don't need to be friends. It's all good. She came in and, well, let me move on to the next point. We gonna get there. Where Bianca went wrong, I think she went wrong in a couple places. But the main place where she went wrong was putting all her eggs in Mariah Lynn's basket. Like, after she came in, snuck Sapphire, she barely talked to anybody. She barely had any scenes with anybody else that was not Mariah. She had a scene with like Biggie and Tasiki when they were outside talking, and Mariah and her walked up, and then mm, okay, she had a scene with Sapphire. I had to think, y'all. She had a scene with Sapphire where they were sitting at the table and she was talking to Sapphire and she was like, "You don't like me, I don't. You don't want to talk to me, I don't. So why are we still here?" Yeah, that scene, that was cute. And then anything else memorable is her spitting on Sapphire or spitting at Sapphire. Her coming to Lemmy's party in some Ethica underwear to jump Sapphire, and then she spat on her again. And then her coming to the beach to fight Sapphire again. and Mariah, which Bianca won that fight. I'm sorry, Mariah. I'm sorry, but I'm not. She won. Bianca won the fight on the beach, in my opinion, with Mariah, not with Sapphire. Um, Thinking about it, Sapphire fought Bianca the best she's ever fought on the show. We're not talking about her. um, but yeah, where she went wrong was definitely coming in with Mariah, only sticking to Mariah's storyline, and then after her and Mariah fell out, basically because of the Asian doll stuff, which I think she was 100% right for. I wouldn't have fought Asian doll for Mariah either, because you already tried to play me with Sapphire. I don't give a damn what the fuck you got going on with Asian doll. That's not my business, and I don't want no parts of it. So good on her. I was happy when she did not jump for Mariah against Asian doll. Like, she said her and Asian doll squashed their beef. So leave it as it is. And Mariah can handle that shit herself. She's a grown woman. And Mariah told, unlike what Mariah told Bianca about Sapphire, Mariah actually told Bianca that she wanted her one-on-one fair fade with Asian. Bianca's not obligated to go and fight Asian after that just because Mariah perceives that they have beef. Hell no. Absolutely not. And I still stand on Bianca's side with the whole thing, the Mariah and Asian doll thing, and everybody trying to gang up on her to try to jump her. Sapphire coming out in the middle of a group of like 20 bitches talking about just get up. I don't want to sneak you. I just want my fade. No. No. Not right here. Not right now. All of these bitches are getting hostile with me and they talking about me. Get out of my face. Biggie was also corny in that scene as well, because Biggie, you don't get tough with nobody except for bitches you think you can really pop on. You cannot pop on her. You cannot pop on Bianca. That when Biggie walked up and Bianca was like, I don't want to talk to you. You're not my friend. Don't come over here talking to me. And Biggie still came up trying to fucking talk. I would have gotten so mad and immediately started wilding, because didn't I just fucking say, don't come over here talking to me? You're not my friend. I'm not saying shit to you. Get out of my face. Goodbye. Ho. Like, the fuck? That shit made me so mad. Like, the way that whole ATV scene, I rewatched it last night. That whole ATV scene pissed me off. Diamond sneaking Bianca, corny shit, bro. Like, I have to be reminded of how corny Diamond is because I love her and I block it out of my mind sometimes. Corny shit, bro. Like, Diamond, and that's why Bianca got her lick back at the reunion, which was great. I loved it. But Bianca's most embarrassing moment, I feel like her most embarrassing moment was. Mm, I was thinking it's probably the spitting shit. It's probably the spitting shit or her trying to double team Callie with Mariah. That really bugged me. And it was definitely embarrassing for her. I feel like if Bianca came back and without Mariah being on the cast and did another season of Baddies, she would eat. But because she tainted herself so early, I don't think they would give her another chance. Unfortunately for me. So my final verdict is that Bianca had everything that she could have ever needed to be one of the top tier celebrity cast members on Baddies. But instead of making a name for herself on the show, she decided to stick with Mariah Lynn until Mariah Lynn basically abandoned her, and then she was left in the wind to flail on her own, which is kind of sad. To, I know it sucks to watch Baddies back and watch a bitch that you thought was your friend but wasn't too sure about. Like, I know it sucks to watch that shit back and get like real confirmation. Like, I should have listened to my instinct the first time when I knew this bitch was my friend. But you live and you learn, and you get older and you grow. But I still love Bianca. I really want to see her on TV again, but I will not be watching her on this new Now That's TV show or whatever show she got coming out. I think it's called Baddie Rap or something. I don't know. I'm not watching it. I'm not downloading another freaking subscription app. Anyways, let's go on to number 6, which is going to break my heart. Not break my heart, but it's going to hurt me to say this. But Tasiki, you're going to have to come up to the front, mama, because you're number 6 on my list of most disappointing baddies. You are. And I know nobody expected me to say it, but she is. I do like Tasiki. Let me preface this by saying I do like Tasiki. I like her music. I have a lot of her music on my phone. She is a really good singer. But on Baddies, she did not give. She had me hyped from the jump. When she was at auditions ready to knock Natalie's head off of her shoulders, I knew she was the one. I knew it. And actually, before she came to the auditions and I heard Krishan's sister was coming, I was like, oh no, not another member of this family. Please no. I was one of the ones being like, we already got a Krishan. We don't need another one. But baby, I had to eat my words because I genuinely liked Tasiki when I saw her on auditions, and I wanted her to come knock Natalie's head off. I am a sucker for anybody that wants to put hands on Natalie. I'm a fan. Please sign me up. Because I can't stand that lady. Oh my God. But yeah, she had me ready to jump. I was ready. She was already a performer, and while we didn't necessarily know her, we knew that she already had ties to the cast, with Krishan being her sister, and she was featured on Krishan and Blueface's show a couple of times. So it's not like we had never seen her face prior to the auditions. And her audition just made me more excited for her to show up. I thought she was going to come in and take over and run shit like Krishan did. Or not even run it like Krishan did, but be a smarter, more mature, more sane version of her sister, which to some degree is exactly what she gave me, but she did not give me the same entertainment value that Krishan did, because I don't like the bitch, but Krishan is hilarious. Hell, damn near all of Krishan's confessionals from East or West, I meant not East, but Baddies South or Baddies West, all of that shit gets clipped and memed. Remember when she smacked Natalie on that bus while Natalie was on live? Like, oh my God, Krishan was hilarious. Like, I don't like her, but I'm gonna give her her props. She is hilarious. And yeah, Taseki had a good setup. She had a great setup, but she did not fulfill it the way that I needed her to. She did not give me what needed to be gave, and I think her first season, Baddies East, should have been the only season she did. After getting her fans, she should have cut ties and run, because Zeus put her in a box to where now she is only known as the fighter girl. And that sucks, because I think Tasiki might have a really fun personality and she has some great music, but we can't fucking see that because all they do is only bring her out when it's time to demolish somebody. And then they go put her back in her box, which is annoying because I know Tasiki has a lot more to offer than that. But where she went wrong, I think where she went wrong was after, I feel like after Baddies East, because Baddies East was her best season in my opinion. Like we got now I know that's the season she got jumped, which I hate for her. But she came in on 10 with Natalie, ready to again knock Natalie's head off, which I still think she should have done just for the comment Natalie made about her mama not having no teeth. Call me crazy. But I still think she should have punched Natalie in her mouth for the comment that Natalie made about her mama. But that's neither here nor there, because after Tasiki got jumped, all she cared about was getting even with Marsh and Janet. That's all she cared about. She let Natalie cop her little please. They shook hands, hugged in the grass, and then she shooed Natalie to the side so she could really get in the ground and get dirty with the bitches that jumped her. And I respect it. Where she went wrong, I don't think she rode Krishan's wave. I don't think that Krishan did anything other than make her a bigger star than she intended. I think she thought that once she turned on her sister, the fans were going to turn on her sister, and that was going to be that. But Tasiki got a bigger fan base simply because she was mature enough in that situation with Vicky and Anna to be like, I'm not even about to go crazy on these girls. Like, they're small as hell, and I'm just not finna do that because, and looking at how Tasiki fights, Anna and Vicky should be thankful and grateful that Tasiki never laid a hand on him. That's just my opinion. But yeah, Tasiki's most embarrassing moment. Because I don't really think she had too many, if any, embarrassing moments. I will say, that fight last season, Baddies Caribbean, with her and Jelly Bean was unnecessary and irritating as hell. So I will use that as her most embarrassing moment because she was clearly doing it for no reason. Like, her and Jelly didn't even say anything to each other before she just started knocking that girl around. And the reason why she did it is even more embarrassing because Tasiki, you had already apologized to her and been like, hey, yo, I was drunk at Bad versus Wild, so I didn't even mean to come at you like that. My bad. I'm sorry. None of that. All she did, like literally all she did, was walk in the house. She spoke to everybody and then immediately went for Jelly. Like, that was so lame. And it was embarrassing to me because it showed a more, like, that's some shit Krishan would have done. That this the same Tasiki that wouldn't fight Vicky and Anna for running their mouth, because both Vicky and Anna deserve to get smacked. Please don't ever question. I feel like both of them deserve to get smacked, especially Vicky, because Vicky was retweeting stuff about Krishan's baby. Child. Anyways, final verdict: Tasiki is very overhyped, even though I do love her. Her fighting skills are not overhyped, and I don't know why y'all want her to lose so badly, but I doubt it'll happen on this reunion because I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I don't believe for a damn second that Bad Dolly actually beat Tasiki. People were trying to over exaggerate it as if she lost to Bad Dolly or as if Bad Dolly kept up so good with her it's like a tie. I don't believe that for a damn second at all. I don't believe any of it. I just don't. But my final verdict is she's a bit overhyped, and I'm glad she's not on Baddies Africa because I don't want them to keep using her as their attack dog. They have others now. Please let that lady go be great and enjoy her following, her music, and her money. Thank you. Moving on to number 5. Moving on to number 5, we are going with Callie, Blueface's sister from Baddies Caribbean. Please step up because you are next. And we are officially down to the top 5 disappointments of baddies. And Callie, you are number 5. Callie had a lot of potential. I I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the cast and I first saw Callie on the cast, I was irritated as hell because I don't want to see anybody associated with Blueface at all. And now y'all got this nigga sister on here. But then I was on the T pages and I was seeing that she was talking shit about Natalie. So I was here for it because, again, I am going to stand behind whoever is coming at Natalie Nunn because I don't like that lady. I don't. I never will. I said what I said. So I was already on Callie's side when I saw she was popping it about Natalie on Instagram. I was ready. And I was ready for her to come do Natalie Ann too. I really did want it. I'm so sad that she did not. Why? Why does every time I need somebody to get Natalie, they don't do it? They let that bitch cop a plea every time. It's annoying. And Kelly also had potential, not because I don't think anybody was watching Baddies Caribbean for Kelly like when we initially started watching. Um, I just liked her. Like, I felt like I was gonna like her because of the way she was coming at Natalie. And then she came in and she started being weird. I think it was like episode 2 or 3 when her and Meatball and Bianca came in, and it shit just got weird. Shit just got weird. Once her and Natalie started going at it, bro, like, I just could not take it. It I don't even care because I seeked with my own 2 eyes. I saw Callie won that fight, even though security was trying so hard not to let her get Natalie. Natalie kept running up. Okay, and when they was in the corner near that plant where Natalie fell on the couch again, yeah, Callie was tearing her head up. Oh my god, it was so funny to rewatch. So yeah, where Callie went wrong, I think that she went wrong being a SLAVE for Gretchen. I don't want to say it just in case I get in trouble for saying it on this YouTube, but y'all know what I was saying. Bye, Nathan. I hope you have a good night, Bookie. I'm so glad you tuned in. Have a great night. I'm going to leave it up for y'all to replay, anyways. But yeah, back to my point. I feel like Kelly went wrong aligning herself with Gretchen. Why would you align yourself with a white woman that says nigga? I don't care if you were in another house with her and didn't know any of the other girls or were being isolated by the other girls. You can make other friends. I promise you, you were going to be fine. But aligning yourself with a white woman that says nigga just for you to call her out about it later when y'all are fighting, then for y'all to get back cool, and now they're no longer cool. I'm pretty sure Gretchen and Callie are no longer cool, which again pisses me off even more because it's like, you did all this Captain Save a Caucasian, Captain Save a white woman, because that's what Gretchen is. You put on your cape for the bitch and y'all don't even talk anymore. That's crazy. That is wild as hell. For you to have your cape on for a bitch. And she, like, they're not even cool anymore. So yeah, most embarrassing moment, where she went wrong, and most embarrassing moment. Oh no, most embarrassing moment was when Jayla broke her nose in Baddies Caribbean. Forgot about that. Jayla definitely cracked her one punch, and that bitch's nose was gone. That was funny, and it was embarrassing. Considering this is the same Callie that pulled the Marge Simpson on Jelly Bean on the beach. I'm just saying. But, we win some, we lose some. It's okay. My final verdict on Callie, she didn't give to me. Once she aligned herself with Gretchen, I tuned her out, and then she faded into the background. Like outside of her fighting Natalie, her fighting Jellybean, and then her fighting shit, I just said it. Oh my god. Who did she fight after Jellybean? I feel like I'm going blank. I can't think. Oh, and then her fighting Jayla and Scotty fighting Gretchen. They were all like down there together fighting. So I think that my final verdict is that Callie didn't give me what I needed. I would have liked to see her again if she actually would have gave, because Callie got hands, and I think that she stands on business, but she's also kind of annoying. So yeah, that is my final verdict for her. Y'all, it's cold out here. I might need to go get my coat. I'm gonna try to suffer through it for y'all. All right, y'all. We on number 4. We almost through this list. I promise. I'm gonna try not to ramble so much, so we not here till damn it 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. But regardless, I'm having fun with y'all. I hope I still got somebody in here. But um, y'all, number 4 is Meatball from Baddies Caribbean. Most of these choices are like Baddies East, Baddies Caribbean, and Baddies Midwest. No, not Baddies Midwest. I only have one person from there. But like Baddies East and Baddies Caribbean, those are where majority of my choices are coming from. So number 4 is Meatball. It is Deja. Okay. And I was so excited for Meatball. Like she had potential to me, because did I didn't follow Meatball to the point where I was seeing all her posts, but I did like check in on her every now and then to see like how her brand is doing or whatever. I have one of her Ain't Nothing beanies. I bought it before Baddies, and I really, really wish I would have waited until after watching her on Baddies to spend my money with her. But I just take the L. But I thought Meatball was gonna bring that raw, real, chaotic energy. Like I thought she was gonna come in and just be her authentic self. She won't gonna let nobody take her for granted. She won't gonna be on no dumb shit, but she was still gonna stand on all tens if she needed to. That's what I expected from Meatball. I expected Meatball to just give her funny, goofy personality while also checking bitches if she needed to. And by the time Meatball left this show, baby, the only word I associated with her was crybaby, childish, whiny, because of that damn Baddies chain. Oh my God. So let's go on to my next point. Where she went wrong. Being a fucking hater. That's where she went wrong. The minute Tinka got her chain, Meatball immediately lost respect for me. She immediately lost some respect for me, because Meatball in her confessional seemed like she was fuming. Okay, Meatball literally felt, I could see it in her face. She was seething with anger when Tinka got that chain, and she was probably even more mad because Natalie took the chain she had on and put it on Tinka's neck. And I just want to know what made you think you deserved that chain when the same club booking where Tinka got hers, you had on a pink 2-piece Shein t-shirt and shorts set with your stomach hanging out again. Like, be so fucking serious, Meatball. Please. Thank you. So I feel like that's where she went wrong, was being childish, being a hater, whining for that Baddies chain, and really she showed how much of a hater she was with that conversation with Tink on the beach. And that leads me into my next point, which was her most embarrassing moment. I think she has 2. And I think one of them is that conversation with Tinka that they had on the beach. where Tika kissed her and was like, "You will never disrespect me in front of my daughter again." That shit was embarrassing. Because in my eyes, it really showed how much of a hater Meatball was. And how she was looking at Tika from the background while Tink. Now, don't get me wrong, it did seem like, "Hey, Samaya, thank you for joining my live." Um, but yeah, it seemed like Meatball, she was sitting in the background watching Tinka like make friends with other girls, and she hated it so much to the point where now she just did not want to be friends with Tinka anymore, and she was just willing to let air all of it out. And that's what pissed me off, because if y'all were real friends, you could have talked to her. But some of the stuff she was saying, it always gave hater. Like when she told Tinka, "I came to Miami to see what you had going on in your life." Bitch, why the fuck do you need to know what I have going on in my life? Like, what is wrong with you, you hater, monitoring spirit ass bitch? Oh my god. Um, and then my final verdict on Meatball, overall, she was just a hater. And that's really what irritated me about her, is her hating on Tinka. Like, that did it for me. I don't even check Meatball's page anymore. I don't want to be her. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't gonna say that, but it's like, I'm not even checking for you anymore. Like, that is how lame you are to me now. And I was really, really excited. That's why I put her as number 4. I put her as number 4 because I was excited for Meatball. And the only reason she's not higher on this list is because the next 3 are such big disappointments that I had to leave Meatball at number 4. So yeah. I hated it. I was so angry after watching that season. Like, bro, Meatball, I was rooting for you, especially because you were a bigger girl, like, and you were gonna come on there and you said you won't change it for nobody. I was excited, and that shit just pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad. But she's not on the show anymore, so I have nothing else to complain about. Also, now that I think about it, didn't they say she came out for Baddies Midwest? But I didn't see her not one time this season? Crazy. They be lying to us to stir up drama. Anyways, next we are on number 3. And this, we're officially in my top 3 now, y'all. Like, this is crazy. Um Number 3, Big Dominican Biggie, come to the front because I need you to hear me and hear me good. Biggie, I did not like you on Baddies Midwest. I meant not Midwest. Actually, Baddies West, which was your first season. My bad. Um, so Biggie is number 3 in my number 3 spot. And before I start going through my points, I just want to say that I have had a very up and down relationship with Biggie over the years. Years. That's crazy because they produce like 2 seasons every year. I have had an up and down relationship with Biggie for all of her seasons on the show, because it's like some seasons I don't like her, can't stand her, and want her to get dragged. And other seasons I love her and I want people to stop ganging up on her. But what I have come to realize is Biggie will tap into that victim shit when it suits her. When she knows the fans are on her side, she will tap into that victim shit, just like she did with Jayla. With Jayla, the fans weren't on her side. I feel like the fans were 50-50 when it came to the Jayla thing, because you did get on the internet and say you were going to smack her. But like for Baddies East, when they brought her in as a replacement and E.T. and Rolly kept constantly playing in her face, yeah, I was on her side. So it's like, it's kind of up and down for me. But at this moment, after looking at the shit Biggie's been doing overall, I can officially say I'm no longer a fan. You have lost me as a fan. Which, you lost me as a fan a while ago. I'm not gonna lie. It was last year when J.O. smacked the dog shit out of you and you did nothing. That was when you lost me. But this season, Baddies Midwest, and the subsequent like reunion filming and the way you've been acting online after, oh yeah, you're embarrassing. You are an embarrassment. And I'm gonna tell you why. No, let me go back to my first point, which is why Biggie had potential. She has a really big personality. She's funny. She's a big girl that can dress. She is pretty as hell. And Biggie just seems like a fun time. She seems like she is really fun to be around when it comes to clubs and partying. But when we are getting into real life shit and when we are getting into the nitty gritty, if you need somebody to have your back, Biggie will not be there. Biggie doesn't want to fight for her friends, but she wants somebody to fight for her. I am confusion. But anyways, so where Biggie went wrong? I can name a couple of things. Firstly, why the fuck do you have this manufactured beef with Stunna Girl for? Like, I get it. You're Tommy's friend. Or you were a fan. Because on Baddies West, you were a fan. You weren't her friend yet. So if you were beefing with Stunna about a bitch you weren't even friends with, but a fan of, I'm just confused on why. I could never, like, that's literally the reason why Biggie was not likable season one, and majority of the fans say this. It's because of the Stunna Girl shit. Like, you inserted yourself into the Stunna Girl shit. And you know what's crazy? Is Anna and Taseki were on live saying how before the reunion started filming, Biggie was in the back with them talking about, I'm on whatever time y'all going, like I want to do whatever y'all want to do, let's go, let's get it. Biggie was on all that energy until they went out and Anna got jumped. And that's crazy because she did the exact same shit during Baddies West. That scene where Stunna Girl was in the room with Kat and Tommy and Rolly and some of the other girls were outside and Rolly and them was yelling at Stunna Girl to come out the room so they could fight. That scene, Biggie was doing that same shit. She was hyping herself up, like doing the air boxing and shit, like talking about, girl, I'll work you and all of this stuff. Go back and watch it. Biggie was doing that exact same thing. Like she was talking to herself, hyping herself up in the hallway with Rolly and shit. And then when Tommy and Rolly got in the room and started fighting Stunna, where was Biggie? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Stunna Girl almost got jumped by Rolly and Tommy, and where was Biggie? Casper, the ghost. She was nowhere. The fuck? So, I think one of. Let me see. That was West. She's been on West, East, Caribbean, Midwest. My God. Ugh. Overall, I can't even talk. I was about to say baggy. Biggie has a like weak point every season. Like Baddies East, this was like on the upswing for me with her. I was really tired of them playing with her this season, and I really didn't like ET simply because of what she did to Biggie and the lie she had on Biggie and all of that went with it. I just wasn't fucking with ET because of that and the way she acted on the show overall. But Biggie, like, begging Natalie for help irritates my fucking soul. When ET went upstairs to like grab her bag and she kept saying it, oh, I'm gonna go get your stuff, I'm gonna go get your stuff, Biggie immediately turned to Natalie and was like, Natalie, it's in our contract that she's not supposed to touch our stuff. Nobody's supposed to touch our stuff. We not supposed to touch each other's stuff. Okay, Biggie, it is in the contract. Obviously, ET don't care about that shit. Go beat her ass and get your shit back. It's very simple. Like, why are you sitting here crying to Natalie? She is always, always, always looking to Natalie for validation, for backup or something. And baby, Natalie doesn't like you. She's not going to back you up. She does not like you. You're not her friend. She does not want you to be her friend because you look the way you look. How is that not clear? Biggie, I think you're beautiful, but Natalie does not. Natalie does not like women that look like you, talk like you, dress like you, sound like you. She doesn't like you. Get that in your head. When you get that in your head, you will be a much happier person. Because she still ain't got it. She was just on Instagram a couple days ago talking about her and Natalie gonna be a duo on Africa. And look, Africa cast dropped and they said you on a baddie timeout. Pathetic. Biggie is an embarrassment. Baddies Caribbean Biggie was an embarrassment because you were the one on the internet talking about you was gonna smack Jayla just for Jayla to get here. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was Jayla, I probably wouldn't have let it go either. You said you're gonna smack me, so I want to see you do it. And every time you don't, I'm gonna smack you instead. That's just how I feel about it. But that's neither here nor there. My real issue, my real freaking problem is that I just really like Baddies Caribbean was the downswing of me for Biggie. It's like up and down, up and down. We started down, we went up, and we're back down again because the Bianca, her snatching them goggles off Bianca's head or whatever she did, her even bothering Bianca at all irritated me. And the Jayla thing irritated me too because what the hell you mean you felt mentally snug? Bitch, be so serious. Please, please be so serious right now. You mean to tell me that because Jayla didn't tell you she was gonna smack you, that she snuck you when y'all were standing face to face and you could see her walking up on you? Dummy, please be for real. And Baddies Midwest, Biggie just didn't do it for me here either. She's still on the downswing. Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna like Biggie again after this. And that's because Biggie is corny. Like, if you didn't want to fight, that's fine. Stay to yourself or just stay home. But since you're here, at the barest of bare minimums, can you give me something? And when I say give me something, that don't mean go and jump Nunu with Anna. Because Nunu didn't do anything to you. Biggie was embarrassing on Baddies Midwest because she fought Nunu and then she said the reason she fought Nunu, well, she jumped Nunu with Anna, and then said the reason that she fought Nunu was because she knew that Jo was going to smack her. Nunu wasn't even on the stage. Like, she wasn't even on the stage for that part. So you literally just smacked her for nothing. Like, you fought her for nothing. You should be embarrassed. You didn't even smack Jo back. How you want anybody else to, like, defend you when you didn't even defend yourself, you crybaby? You went to the audience. She smacked you all the way to the audience. And you didn't get back on stage until it was time to leave. But my final verdict is Biggie is a loser. Biggie is lame. Biggie wants to be so badly validated by Natalie and people that she perceives to be popular, which I already said in my friend Maya's video. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out because she just posted it like yesterday. Um, but that's exactly what I said. Biggie always wants to be around people that she perceives to be popular so that she can be in the in crowd because Biggie was clearly bullied in high school and she still has not healed from that. It's clear in the way she interacts with the baddies. It was clear with the way she interacted with Rolly on Baddies West because she really thought her and Rolly were going to be a duo. The two big girls together going against everybody. Except Rolly didn't really like her. And I don't think I don't think Rolly likes her now. She just tolerated her. Which is exactly what Natalie is doing. But Biggie is a loser. Biggie is lame. And she will never have a fan in me again unless she smacked the shit out of Natalie, which I know she's not going to do because she's a boot licker. Biggie is so embarrassing. Like, she is an embarrassment. simply because, like, bitch, you pop all this shit on it. She told Anna she was gonna smack her. I would love to see you do it. I would pay money. I would pay money because I feel like Anna is gonna whoop Biggie simply because Biggie fights with her head down and windmills. But that's all I gotta say about Big Bag. Let's go to the next person because we're down to the top two. Y'all, we're almost through this, I promise. Thank you for sticking with me so long. I love y'all. I hope y'all having a good night. Let's get into number two. So, this is going to hurt my heart to say this, but number two is Camilla from Baddies East and Bad Girls Club season 8. I'm pretty sure she was on season 8. Yeah. Yeah, she was season 8. So, Camilla was one of my favorite bad girls before she got on Baddies. I mean, she was literally in my top 5 bad girls. It was Jayla, her, Seven, oh my god, Stassi, and Megan James. No, actually, I take that back. Take Stassi out, put Erica Lucci V in, and then you got my top 5. Like, it is Seven, Jayla, Lucci V, Megan James, and then Camilla. Like, I loved all of them so much. And to see Camilla get on this show and literally on episode 2, let Natalie keep up with her. Mind you, I do know this is grown woman Camilla. I do know that Camilla hasn't fought in years. Please hear me when I say I get it. She is not the same girl I saw on Bad Girls Club. And that is okay. That is what we like. We love growth. However, I wanted to see you whoop Natalie's ass. I was waiting for you to get on Batty so long for this to be your performance when you get in with Natalie. Y'all been talking shit about each other for years. And this is what I get when y'all finally come face to face. I hate y'all. You pissed me off so bad, Camilla. Like, I was so tight with you. I was all like, ugh. She had potential because she already had a built-in fan base from Bad Girls Club. She had people begging for her to get on the show for years. We were begging for Camilla to come for years just to see what her and Natalie's confrontation was going to be about. We were hyped. We were super hyped to see her, and she should have been dominating shit. Like, to me, I feel like the fight with Natalie took something out of her because they immediately shook it out, and then she just, I'm not gonna say she played the background because Camilla did still show personality. She still, like, showed herself. She showed vulnerability. She, like, gave maternal energy to some of the younger girls at House B, and anybody that was a part of House B was a vibe on Baddies East just because they were so fun to watch. And Camilla gave that. But where she went wrong, trying to pull Rolly on top of her at when she was fighting her at the reunion, that was where she went wrong. Not even that, I just think that Camilla did not give what I needed. She looked cute, you know. She gave me the Natalie fight that I was looking for, and then that was pretty much it. Anything else, she was just vibing and chilling, which I understand and I love because Camilla is a 30-plus-year-old mom. She don't need to be out here fighting Natalie, who is now 40. Y'all know Natalie's 40 this year? Yeah, she's officially 40. And this is random, and I'm bringing it up because this lady is on the cast now. But did y'all know that Amber Rose is 41 and she's older than Natalie? Why did Natalie bring this dirty tennis ball on the show? Word to Isaiah J. Okay. Yeah, where did Camilla go wrong? I just think that she basically faded after the Natalie fight. Um, I feel like while she was vibing with the girls and everything, she could have stood out a bit more if she really wanted to. I mean, she's Camilla from BGC. She's hilarious. She's witty. She had them hands, and she was always ready to pop off on a bitch, and I loved it. But for the Camilla that I remember, she didn't even give me like the same personality. And it's like, damn, bitch, you lose your humor too? Like, dang. Her most embarrassing moment was again that fight with Rolly at the reunion, because why would you try to pull her big ass on top of you? And then you tried to run up from behind and sneak her and you didn't even connect. Camilla, you disappointed me. You disappointed me. And I loved you so bad. Like, I'm still a Camilla fan, but am I gonna say now she's still in my top 5 bad girls? Probably not. Probably not. My top 5 bad girls has changed since Baddies has started, because as more Bad Girls Club girls come on the show, I have to start taking people off my list because they lose my respect. Bree. Bree wasn't on my top 5. She was still on my list of favorite girls. Lost respect for her. Jayla was the only one who kept her respect intact for me after Baddie South. And then I was really irritated when she came back because I just knew she was going to ruin her image. But it wasn't her fault. Zeus intentionally ruined her image, and I would sue them if I were her. Just saying. I love you, Jayla. Just a shout out. Just a shout out for you in Camilla's section. No, but final verdict is that BGC Camilla didn't come out, which is fine. Again, that was so long ago. But Camilla, I would have expected you to at least try to pinch Rolly's ass. Because it really, like, granted, once she got on top of you on the floor, it looked like Rolly didn't even really hit you for real. It looked like she was still missing. But regardless, she shouldn't have been able to get you on the floor, because with bitches like Rolly, you have to stick and move like Anna. You gotta be smart. You gotta be smart about this. But yeah, that's all. I don't really have much bad to say about Camilla. I really just feel like once she came in and let Natalie basically keep up with her and kind of do her in, because Camilla did have a knot on her forehead after, even though Natalie had no wig and a scullion looking like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog. um, I just can't, like, I don't know. I I don't have a lot bad to say, but she's still number 2 on my list because I wanted her coming in dogging bitches and dogging Natalie and running shit. That's what I wanted. That's what I expected, and I was very sad that I did not get that, unfortunately. But all right, y'all, we are on to number 1, and I would do a drum roll for you, but my microphone is noise canceling, so you probably wouldn't hear it anyway. But number 1 is E.T. Scarface. Yeah. She. I just got to take a minute to sit in this. I just got to sit in it because I was one of the ones that were in the comments begging for E.T. to come. I was begging for her, begging for her, begging for her. Like, please bring Scarface. I want it. And she was the first Now That's TV girl to get on Baddies. I don't count Krishan because Krishan wasn't really a Now That's TV cast member. She just like did a guest appearance. But E.T., yeah, she was the first. She was the first to ever do it. E.T. was the first Now That's TV girl to be on Zeus, and she fumbled so hard. Oh my God. She had potential because she came in with so many people begging for her. I mean, we were in the comments for months asking for that girl. Literally, we were in the comments begging for months. When she didn't get originally casted for Baddies East, we were so pissed off in those comments. And then she came as a replacement. We were hyped. We thought she was going to be in there. And then as news started to come out about what was going on in the house, and we learned that she was basically just being Rolly's lapdog, everything changed. Where she went wrong, again, being Rolly's lapdog, picking on Biggie, and lying on Biggie. I don't know what would possess you to lie about her having some man hit you in the club. That's weird. That's still weird. And I don't even like Biggie anymore. E.T. gave Bully. Granted, she did give Bully on South Central Baddies, but South Central Baddies, I feel like, is a different type of vibe than like actual baddies. And if you've watched South Central Baddies, you know exactly what I mean by that. If you have watched South Central Baddies, you know exactly what I mean when I say South Central Baddies has a different vibe than Zeus Baddies. Okay, E.T. was obviously a little rough around the edges. But I was still ready for her to come and shake it up because they needed somebody who really stood on it, who really had them hands, who really stood on all tens. And I kind of wish I wouldn't have begged for E.T. to go. I really wish I really, really wish that I wouldn't have begged for her to come because she just disappointed me. Um, as all these girls did, but she was the biggest disappointment because I was really, really ready for her to come in and wreck shit. And all she did was follow down behind Rolly. So her most embarrassing moment, y'all already know what it is. Tasiki dog walking her at the reunion like 5 times. ET face was so swollen when she tried to get on live after. It looked like Raven after she ate the mushrooms that she was allergic to on That's So Raven. Her face was so swollen, baby. Her cheeks were puffy. Her eyes was puffy. Everything was puffy. Oh my God. But I just couldn't. However, if we're going to talk about the Baddies East reunion, I want to clock that ET was one of the first girls in a long time to run up on Natalie and knock her out of her reunion chair. And I hope that Diamond smacked the taste out of her mouth too. I can always stand behind a girl when they come for Natalie. I can always stand behind a bitch when she comes for Natalie because I don't like Natalie. Natalie is on the list of top 5 people that I dislike most in this world. I don't know her spot exactly, but I do know she's on that list. Did she have anything else embarrassing for real? No. I mean, she actually got embarrassed during the reunion. So, yeah, that was her most embarrassing moment. So, my final verdict for ET is that I really, really wanted her to come in and not be the same person that she was on Nana's TV because she actually did do that. But I think that was the problem. Y'all know how Ivory was really rough, and then when she came on Baddie, she softened it up. Not initially, but she softened it up at some point and like actually gave girly soft girl instead of hard thick neck Ivory that we be seeing all the time. I wish ET would have done that. Come in, soften it up, be a little bit more friendly, a little bit more nice. Because her, oh my God, and I forgot about T. Her jumping on T for literally just looking at her, irritating, annoying, pissed me smooth the hell off. So that was another like point of where she went wrong. But overall, I just really wanted her to come in and give a softer, more mature version of herself. The version of herself that we saw on the Academy is what I thought we were going to get. And we got the Scarface from South Central Baddies, and that's not what we asked for, nor what we wanted. And she can never come back. because they didn't even like her enough to bring her back after smacking Natalie. But yeah. Well, that was it, guys. That was my most disappointing baddies of all times. That's the top 10. That's the list. Um, and then my two honorable mentions. I want y'all, anybody watching this video, um, even after the live airs, just drop in the comments if you think I missed somebody, or if my order was wrong, or if you think I should have put somebody else on the list and took somebody off. Tell me how you feel, or tell me who's your contender for most disappointing baddie of all time. I want to hear it. I want to know what expectations y'all had and why they weren't met. I was gonna talk about the Baddies Africa cast, but it's like 1:45 a.m. here, and I know y'all are tired of listening to me talk, so we're gonna talk about that another day. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to me and my ADHD rant while I was outside having a drinky drink. And I love y'all and thank y'all for coming to my live. And I hope y'all have a great night. Love you guys. Bye.